as I talked about emotions, I talked also about energy in motion and emotional charges, positive and negative. So how do we know when we have an emotional charges? How do we become aware when we have an emotional charges? What is the telltale sign for us to know that there is something happening?
Because it's built up inside of you. It's from within.
Mm-hmm. So there's a buildup of energy happening in the body. Whether it's positive, if it's excitement,
yeah,
or whether it's negative, whether it's, for example, anger. There's a buildup of energy happening in the system. And very often we look for ways to kind of dissipate that buildup of energy. If we cannot really avoid emotions because we constantly interact with the external environment, why is it important for us to master them? And by mastering, I say not avoiding, not suppressing, not ignoring. That's not mastering emotion. Mastering emotion is a bit different from that. So why is it important for us to develop the skills to master our emotion?
Because emotions stop you from going to the next level. A lot of emotions are driven from past experiences quite often. So if you're not cognizant of why you're euphoric or sad to an event, then you just sort of go on autopilot rather than going to the next level of taking action or living with purpose. Because this sort of going on autopilot based on whatever caused that emotion to manifest in you from previous experiences.
So does it create in a way a limitation?
Yeah.
It kind of limits you based on past experience or how you processed past experiences. Yeah,
you're definitely heavily influenced. Well, I think emotions are the makeup of your past, and until you can, and everyone's got a different past or reasons for why you react to things. And if you just sort of go through powerlessly or unconsciously reacting to them, then you're not going to really take control of where you want to go.
So an important aspect here about mastering emotion is to regain some form of control. One thing that happens very often is we get emotional because we react to some kind of external event or external situation or even external people. And if we don't develop the mastery of emotion, we're constantly ruled out by the external circumstances, whether it's people, situation, events, or things we have negative associations from the past. And so really mastering emotion is about regaining control and not being subordinate to whatever happens in the environment around us. It's a way of regaining a certain form of freedom about free will or choice if we want. So that's one of the reasons to master emotion. There's another reason I can think of is because, as I say, emotion is energy in motion that's going through your systems, whether it's high, positive, up, or down, negative. Every time we have emotions going through the system, it creates a lot of oscillation going in. And it also has an impact on our own physiology. You know, if we've gone through a lot of emotion, basically it drains us of energy. It's running us down. And so another important aspect of mastering emotion is to have, let's say, a better way of handling and coping with external circumstances, but also preserving homeostasis into our physiology, rather than being completely erratic inside, which will have some impact on the different functions of our cells in our system. So there's also a health aspect in terms of physical health to master your emotion.